Oh my goodness, guys. Hello. It's Echo Star Tarot. I'm back. You guys, you did it. You freaking did it. You beat the blockage of whatever was holding you back. Were you out of money? Were you out of time? Were things just chaotic for you? And now suddenly the storm is over? If something came through your life and now has ended, it was never about you. If you are just as confused as when events started happening and then ended, it wasn't about you. You avoided a tornado, and unfortunately you did get the sticks on the wind, from the wind kind of scraping at you. You were being held back in finances. You were being held back in processing and just paperwork. Like, you felt like people just didn't care about you and wanted to see you fail. But something changed. Someone cleaned out the gutters and are now refilling the gutters with running water. This running water is going to purify and cleanse whatever was going on, whatever was blocking you this month. It is going to wash away. They have been punished. They have been exposed. The sludge has been cleared from the gutters, okay? And this whole time you might have been gaslighting yourself and thinking, oh, it's me. No, it was never you. You were never in the reverse as the star. You were always striving for peace. It was something else that was affecting you and affecting your peace. But now the system is renewed in whatever you were stuck in. Okay? You didn't have the perspective because it wasn't about you. And you've always had security and abundance. So if that was threatened, I'm sure you thought, like, why is my foundation crumbling? Because I've built it for so long. How come all of a sudden it's weak? Well, it's because your foundation was trying to be lifted, but it couldn't be lifted. It was too heavy, okay? No, you're charging forward because somebody didn't transform. So you have to move on. Somebody did not grow with you. And if they can't grow with you, they can't go with you, okay? You didn't have control for the change that was about to occur. That was upright. My cat's in the way, I'm sorry. Let me show you. You didn't have the change, the control for change. Okay, something else was changing around you. There was a system that was changing around you, so you felt the effects of the change. But those bad changes, those bad effects from the change, those are actually reflections of what is now gone. So now you have the choice. You have a choice for stepping out of that community, seeking comfort elsewhere. But your logic steers you in the right direction here. You're very head over heart on certain things, and then very heart over head in others, okay? So now that we've worried long enough, we're finally getting our answers, okay? We're finally getting our answers that we've been seeking this month, okay? The results are coming in. And now there's harmony, finally in balance. Like, I'm just getting, like, things are coming back into balance. Things are coming back into balance, happiness, and abundance. So I didn't even get any buttons. So let's get some buttons for this reading. Weird. Oh. Whoa. What is this, you guys? Let me show you up closer. What is this? I have never seen this. How cute. How cute. Okay, so we got pink and green with a little pink button or a clown nose. It reminds me of, this is a playful clown in my eyes. I see a playful neon spring Cosmo Wanda deal. This is a whole 8 or also a 9 if you want to count the little button as a 1. This is very fun, very playful, and this is more filled with love, but I also see fun. So you're gonna find a lot of love in your fun this month, and you're gonna have to find your own fun in a unique way. It's not gonna be a way that costs a lot of money, but I think this is time to find a lot of community and find friends and have fun with your friends, because it really doesn't matter if you're spending money or not. Y'all can play with a stick and some dirt and have a great time, you know what I'm saying? So seek fun and adventure in places where you wouldn't normally think of. Like, I love having craft days in my backyard. And since I'm lucky enough to have a backyard, I invite everyone that I know to create and have fun in a space where I know people can do that, because it's really hard to have a third space where people can just hang out and have fun and be themselves. We don't have spaces for that unless you pay money or like go to the park or whatever, but you know. Anyway, let's switch to the Cat Tarot. The Cat Tarot is where I get my real down and dirty advice. This Gratitude Tarot is more of like what you should be reflecting on, and also what you should be aware of. But for this Cat Tarot, I want to focus on more about the collective. What should the collective know? What kinds of things should the collective be brought to light to? What kind of things can our collective be doing? What's going on with my Cat collective? What's going on with my Cat Tarot collective? This card haunts me. This card never leaves me. Let's see what we got today. This will be our focus. And this is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Let's do this. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's time to back away from the materialist thinking and, dare we say, greed. You're so focused on attaining one goal that you haven't noticed the other aspects of your life that are suffering. Take a look around. There are so many other pleasures to enjoy. And when we do lock in and when we do get stuck in like one focus, that's very common. Like, that's not just people with ADHD. Like, if I'm focusing on my finances, you can bet that friendships and social life are gonna suffer. And vice versa, right? When you spend time with a lot of friends, you end up spending a lot of money. If you go out into places and buy food and buy events and stuff like that. So I highly encourage creating your own community and like making your own food and making that the fun thing, and like bringing in your skills and abilities into your friendship circles so that you are all able to be empowered and have that embetterment each and every time you hang out. You will be working on your skills and abilities and interests. But the ones that serve you, right? The ones that are serving you, not a company, or you're not building towards anything that you don't understand. With friendships and working together with friends, you are working to build a better you and build a better future for yourself. You are fully investing in your loved ones and yourself, which is why I think it is so important to take a step back when we hang out in social circles. Like, how can we make this a better, stronger community? And it's not like, yeah, my only objective is to make things better and stronger. No. Right now, since we have little to no community at all, and even people with friendships, people barely have any friends anymore because we're so locked into this system. We don't have time to share our love and our energy and our skills and abilities with the people that we want to. We only do it with the people that we're forced to. So this is asking you to take a step back from the material, from the capital, and to go back into what is important. Go back into building who you are and your skills from your love and your person. That just came out. I just blacked out when I said that. So, Kings of Cups in reverse. Why would the King of Cups be in reverse? Your need for control can lead you to emotional vulnerability, which in turn can lead to behavior that runs and the full gamut from volatile to downright destructive. Use caution. Protect yourself from your own shortcomings. When we're very passionate, like if you're a very passionate, caring person and you just don't give a fuck about apathy, apathy is the root of what makes everyone sick. And apathy is encouraged, unfortunately. Apathy has tainted a lot of generations. And unfortunately, those who do care, those who are emotional, those who are attentive and aware, and don't identify as a people pleaser, they identify as like a humanity lover and healer. You can be easily frustrated by apathy. And the thing is that ignorance is not bliss anymore. Ignorance is now apathy. And that could trigger you. But instead of looking at people as like not knowing, two in the shadows, when you get frustrated by those people who kind of give you not even a pushback, but just a wall, just remember that the only way to make somebody understand is through feeling, right? Is through communication. So when you can't communicate, or you can't invoke feeling or emotion from somebody, it's not because they're too far gone, right? It's not because they are evil or they just don't care. Their capacity is at their limit, and we happen to have a larger capacity. And so we should be thankful for being able to feel so strongly when there's others that are literally unable to, because they're just so capped out that they're unable to feel anything else anymore because so much is going on. Because you're able to feel, that shows that you are strong. You are one of the strongest people, because a lot of people will just shut down and stop caring because it's too much. But you are empowered. You are empowered by your pain, by the suffering of everyone. You are motivated. You are destined for greater. So make sure that you use that anger as a reminder. Use that anger to empower you to continue to inspire. Even when there's walls or shadows pushing back at your light, know that it's actually them trying to walk into the light. It's not a resistance. It is two forces trying to merge into one, okay? It's not a pushback. So try not to get angry about those who just can't connect with you, because it's not their fault. At the end of the day, it's not their fault. And the Five of Cups mentions travel. I've read this card so many times, but I'll read it again. It's not hard to focus on our empty bowls. There may be some confusion, endings, or disappointment on the horizon. Perhaps it's time to try a change of scenery, especially if it puts some distance between you and those causing your anguish. There is no turning back, but you'll move on. A bridge in the distance is a good sign, leading you to where you're supposed to be. Friends and family may provide fresh bowls and help you move forward. And there's certain parts of your life where you may be apathetic, but those apathetic parts in your life, personally, they're not actually things you don't care about. They're the things that you just can't attend to yet. You don't have the capacity to feel them, right? So if something ended, if a serious relationship ended, like, I'm getting serious, not boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm getting like mother, father, sister, brother. I'm getting a familial relationship ending. You might have to seek friendship relationships as family relationships. Like, you are going to find your soul tribe when you travel, okay? And really think of it as it can't get any more worse. It can only get better. When those like bottom of the barrel situations happen, like if you have a narcissistic parent or something, where they just cannot move beyond a point, and you feel bad for them because of all of their trauma and all of their past experiences. And then you remember the trauma that you endured through them because of their trauma. You just can't be mad at them. You can be disappointed from their lack of growth. It is their responsibility as a parent to grow. However, as a human being, not everyone feels that responsibility. And not everyone can because of their apathetic capacity. So, try really hard not to hate your parent or sibling. They may actually be a terrible person. And half of it probably is their fault due to their past and due to not being able to change. But it was because they were not able to be exposed. They were not able to see them for who they are. So they are forever blind. And just take that as a reflection. Do you want to be like them? Do you want to be forever blind, forever apathetic, never grow, never roll, always growing that moss until you don't know who you are anymore? You've overgrown into something that people perceive you as, even though in the root you are not that. You are not angry. You are not abusive. You are loving, you are caring, and you just want to see people grow and do their best. The thing about doing your best is that people think that doing your best means doing your best for society. But really, doing your best is just making sure that you're holding yourself accountable. That is literally just doing your best. Holding yourself accountable. So go ahead. What's holding you back? Are you stuck at your parents' house? And I know parents can be very convincing and be like, well, you're just going to waste your money spending your money on rent. Well, what if that rent gives me peace of mind? What if that rent gives me a safe space to work and to grow even further, even faster, you know? Don't be afraid to leave. Because if you leave and they love you, they will take you back if you fail. The worst thing that can happen is that you stay the same now. That is the worst thing that could happen. So move around, gain new perspectives, gain new experiences, because as soon as you go outside, you'll realize it's not as scary as you think. You will realize it is not as scary as you think. And you can actually take action on the things that worry you. I was afraid for a long time to walk outside by myself. Period. I was afraid to walk to the store. I was afraid to walk across the street. I was afraid that I was going to get attacked. So how can I, as a woman, stop being scared from go outside and to go live my life? It filled me with anger. It filled me with so much hate for all of the people who create violence, who shape criminals, who induce homelessness, and don't help mental illness. It made me so angry at all of those things. But the only thing that I could do and hold myself accountable towards is taking lessons, taking those fighting defense lessons and staying aware of my surroundings. I cannot stop living my life, and I have to continue fighting for my freedom. So I have to stay accountable for myself and make sure that I am prepared, because I am not going to stay in a shell any longer. I have so much to provide for the world. I cannot be scared of the world that I have to provide for. And I say have to because it's me. I feel compelled to my core, right? It's not a choice from society. It's a choice that shaped me. So the last card here, the Queen of Pentacles, it pretends great tidings. No. So the Queen of Pentacles, it says great tidings are ahead, but it takes both diligence and intelligence to achieve this. The Queen of Pentacles is nurturing, supportive, strong, loving, creative, and successful, thanks to her pause-on approach to the tasks in front of her. That's amazing. She's incredibly astute and willing to keep at it until the tree is out of the maze. If she sounds ideal, that's because she is. These are the standards to aim for. And we've been stressed out for a while, right? It's been stressful this month. But we've been working, we've been chipping away at those walls, at those weird, unknown, dark auras. We've been blasting light through to see what is going on. And we weren't able to see what exactly the core thing was, but it's gone now. We did do something. Let's see. My cat wants to go outside, so he's just walking all over. He's sharking me. He's walking in circles. Okay, like an unexpected doorbell chime on a boring day, a visit from this card is both welcome and mysterious. The card is a reminder that plans don't bear fruit unless you do the work to carry them out. Wishing is good, action is better. Wow, so this is all about taking accountability. Even though the world fucking sucks, what can we do? What the fuck can we do to make it better? If not for everyone, just for us. Let's start just at us. What can we do in the world to make our lives better? And then let's read the Six of Pentacles. Oh, sorry, Four of Pentacles. Things are looking stable and secure. Your treats are here, and all feels right in the world. Just remember to keep your paw firmly on what's yours. You earned it. You are earning it. Work it, work it, work it, work it. That's all I hear right now. That's all I hear. Yes. Judgment. Okay. Work on the right things. And try not to get mad at dumbass people. Try not to get mad because they don't know better. And even when they know better, like if they're still acting bad, then they don't know better, because fundamentally at the end of the day, if you're not doing good, if you're not doing right by you in the world, you are ending up hurting yourself. You're going to end up hurting your future generations, and you're going to end up hurting the earth. So fundamentally, anyone who is serving not in their light, they're in the shadows for a reason. Like, they cannot see the light for a reason. And so it's up to you whether or not you really want to invest in people who still want to work in the shadows, because the thing is, you can't change those kinds of people. You can only inspire change. And the only way that really shadowy people are inspired by good change is if they see amazing results. So, bitch, you better work on being amazing, okay? And I see that. You're working on being amazing, because once you are everything that you embody on the from the inside to the outside, I see you like inverting and transforming from the inside to the outside. You're bringing out the core of who you are to the outside, so nobody can tell the otherwise. Like, no one can lie about you. You are only about light, growth, and accountability, okay? And if you're not, those are the things that you should be striving for, because at the end of the day, you will be your very best. And it's not for society, it's for you. You will live your full human experience once you live by your light and take accountability. I'm so proud of you, because I see you working. I see you working. Okay? And make sure you're working out of fun. I think I put those buttons away, but those light pink and that lime green, you need to be having fun, okay? That's also one thing that people that work in the shadows, they work in the shadows because it's fun for them, right? So how can we make working in the light fun for bad people? If you make a change, because guess what? There's actually a lot of bad things that bad people can fight towards, can fight with, and actually do good things, you know, like how a negative and a negative multiply to create a positive. Like, what if criminals and gangs took all of that energy, took all of that need and want for power out on the things that take control, that seize control of those things? What if they actually fought against those powers? Then they would be heroes, right? It's all about context. You can be whoever you are. It just depends on where you are. You are a good person whether or not you believe it. It really depends on the setting. I don't know why that came out, but that was the last tangent. Is there any last words? Any last pieces of advice for us, for our collective? Getting a lot of pentacles today. And this cat is actually so cute. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. Your rewards are in direct proportion to your dedication to your path, for better or for worse. This is a good place for you. While it may not look like much to the outside world, your diligence is paying off. That cardboard box wasn't going to chew a hole in itself after all. People will start to recognize your talents and reward you accordingly. Still, don't forget that it's also a great time for teamwork and broadening your knowledge. And I think that this was the call for community. to broaden your knowledge, to work on your skills. And it's not for society. It's not just for society. You are working on your skills and abilities to grow into yourself, to grow a thing, a society, a place that you want to see. Taking accountability for yourself is taking accountability for those things you don't like to see in the world, okay? I'm so happy for you, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much for tuning into this reading. I will see y'all next time. Peace.